Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here on the mic. Madden 18 Miami Dolphins franchise, our GM rebuild, all that kind of stuff. Right? We swept the Buffalo Bills, beat them 33-21, but to make the playoffs, we needed to win this game and we needed two teams to lose. I do believe that was the Chiefs and the Chargers. We got the job done here this week. Very good game by Seth Perry Jr. Matt Ryan, of course, playing good. Jake Tricati has been our workhorse, man. I really want to start trying to eventually, give our second running back a little more carries. Don't want to risk an injury on Jake Tricati, right? Jamar Chase played great. Tyreek Hill, decent. Fresh, got him a tutty. 67 yards, too. Defense, Dennis Schultz. Struggling to get those sacks, but he is a tackling machine. So I still think he's doing pretty good. Malcolm Smith got an interception. But did the two other teams lose? Well, Chiefs were one of them. And they lost 58-24. Oh my goodness. 58 points. The Broncos dropped a 58-point bomb on them. That's kind of what, Miami did to them in real life a year ago. But in this universe, wow, Phillip Rivers, Jared versus Jared Goff, right? Oh, wow, they have Tim Tebow backing up Phillip Rivers. That's so funny. So cool. Yeah, if you don't know, this is like the ultimate universe. We have all kinds of names in here. But anyways, not a good day for the Chiefs, man. One thing I love about this Madden, it simulates, the stats are so much better than the modern day as far as I like that it's evened out for throws. You'll notice they actually run the ball in this game. Modern day Maddens, they'll run the ball 9 times. It's just unrealistic. But anyways, Debo Samuel here. So anyways, the Chiefs lost how we needed them to. Now, I want to say I thought it was the Chargers, but they won their game, so I'm not sure. Maybe it was a different team I'm thinking of. Maybe it was Jaguars that needed to win. I can't remember. But you see it right here. The Dolphins have made the playoffs somehow, some way. So no, the Chargers fit in there. So did the Jaguars. So I wonder what team got the out. That is one of the negative things about the old man. We don't have that playoff tree to kind of give us an example. So I guess we'll just look from the standings. Which AFC team did we cut off? It was the Chiefs that needed to win. The Ravens, but they get in by winning the division at an 8-8. Are you kidding me? Dude. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. I think the Baltimore Ravens in my channel series here, I think the Ravens have won this is their 8th year in a row or something. I don't know. They've won a lot. They've won their division a lot, and they're gonna win it again. Though they struggled, but they're still gonna win it with an 8-8 record over 7-8-1 Pittsburgh Steelers, who don't make the playoffs. Worst team in the league are the Cleveland Browns, so nothing changes no matter what you do. The Browns are always gonna be the Browns. That's so funny. It makes me kind of happy actually. The Bills. So we know we knocked the Bills out. So the Chiefs losing really messed them up. So interesting stuff. Very intriguing. We sneak in here though. Very, very happy that first season, first playoff appearance. Now, I left the Seattle Seahawks again. I'm so sorry, but did they? You know what? I leave, they do good. I leave Seattle, and Seattle is in the playoffs. That's so funny. But these are your playoff teams. So the Lions, Packers, Giants, Saints, Seahawks, 49ers. Man, look at those Redskins. I miss the Washington Redskins, man. I hate that the world decided to just devour this amazing franchise. So much history in that franchise, and I'm glad to have them back, to be honest with you. I think this is like one of the last. I think Madden 20 is the last one that they're in, maybe. Or maybe it was 19. I don't know. But anyways, we're not going to be moving from this Madden for a while. I have a feeling this is definitely my favorite modern day Madden. But anyways, and I'm not saying that it's perfect. There's definitely things that it's missing in here, but as far as gameplay and the simulation stats go, it's kind of right down my alley personally. So, anyways, there you have it. Let's check out how the team did, I guess. Just real quick. So, Seth Perry Jr. decent year. I do have his stats coming over from here. I don't know if I put them in this book. I did, yeah. So I don't have his last year's stats, but I do have his career so far for this season. 67 touchdown passes, 37 interceptions. So he has been kind of dealing with the interception. So I don't know. I'd say he's on pace what he did last year. Obviously, Seth Perry Jr. Is coming from. He's not an actual rookie. We did draft him in Seattle, and then we moved over from Madden 25 and did a fancy draft, a realignment, and I was able to snag. So I drafted him from an actual college draft, and then I got him back again. That's how much I believe in Seth Perry Jr., man. But I would like to see interceptions go down just a little and touchdowns go up a lot for him to be that like elite Hall of Famer type of player. But oh my goodness, dude, Jake Turcotte setting records. I think that might be the best running back I've ever had. This is a wow. Talk about making his college school proud. Jake Turcotte, the old LT Jazz running back. I mean, he got the ball a lot, don't get me wrong, but even still, 4.3 yards a carry, 1,471 yards. He stayed healthy, 17 rushing touchdowns. Seth Perry did his thing on the ground, 99, 573 rushing yards. Alfred Morris didn't do too bad, seven rushing touchdowns for him. We utilized him pretty well for getting into the end zone. For receiving, it is Jamar Chase. Now, I've already been kind of thinking about it. I think I'm going to trade Tyreek Hill going into next year. I think we can get it done with Jamar Chase. He's a little younger, 27, and then Jay Fresh is 24. So I was thinking about either trading Tyreek Hill or Jay Fresh. But Jay Fresh is I want to keep him because he's younger. And honestly, you could argue he outperformed Tyreek Hill, I think. So I do think Tyreek Hill is a really good player, and I think he's obviously very valuable. But we don't need to be that deep in wide receiver. I mean, we have 3-star like superstars here. So I would like to get some draft capital back, I think. But we'll see. Jay Fresh is an 86 overall, Tyreek Hill 87, Jamar Chase 92. So yeah, keep that in mind. Also, well, I'll go over this in a minute, but first, let's continue to cover stats. So Dennis Schultz, another guy I drafted when I was, in Seattle, redrafted him again because that's how much I believe in him. He's gonna finish with 9.5 sacks. That's not too bad. I want to say he had 14. Yeah, he only played one season outside of this. So this isn't his rookie season. So he does fall off a little bit. He had 14 sacks his rookie year. It's his second season. He's got 9.5. So, but that's still, pretty good. I would like to obviously see him perform like he did his rookie year, but I believe that he'll be there. I mean, he is a 94 overall superstar development, 24 years old, so I think he'll be okay. But yeah, as far as interceptions goes, Brian Cushing got 4, Troy Polamalu got 2, DeMarvin Holland from Louisiana Tech, the Jazz baby, he got 2 interceptions, so that's awesome. As far as kicking goes, Jake Elliott did his thing. All right, nice. So I was looking at this, and salary cap is not an issue in this game. That's one of the negative things, but it's not really an issue in the modern Maddens either. Like, let's be honest, it's pretty easy. So what I've decided to do to make it just a little more difficult, one, the draft. Oh, I can't show you, but I've decided to only give myself 10 players that I can fully scout in the draft. So I have to be very selective. I can scout them. I can scout as many players as I want, but I can only fully scout 10 players. Okay? Because scouting in this game is way too easy. You can just, yeah. So, I don't know. I just thought it'd make it a little more challenging there. And then, when it comes to our roster, I'm going to put a cap level or limit for 90 and above overall players that you can have at any given time on the team. So, what that means is, let's say the limit is 6 total overall 90 players, like overall players. I can disperse them however I want, right? I could put 6 on offense, all completely on offense, which we would have a dominating offense in that case. But that would mean I can't have any player that's going over 90 overall or 90 overall on the defense. So if I took the roster right now that we have, Dennis Schultz would be 1. Jake Turcotte, which would be 2. Jamar Chase would be 3. Osemele would be 4. Zettler would be 5. So I'd have room for 1 more. Now, the interesting thing about this is it's kind of is like salary cap in a way, right? Because I'm thinking ahead. Okay, technically, if I re-sign Zettler and I re-sign Osemele and Jamar Chase and Jake Turcotte are here to stay, and I keep Schultz for the long haul because he's young, right? I've got to obviously think about Seth Perry. He's obviously going to be a 90 overall player very soon, probably after this year. But what if, I don't know, Tyreek Hill jumps up, or let's say, I don't know, DeMarvin Holland or something. I would have to then either release them or trade them away or do something, but I can't have them be over the cap. So that's going to kind of make it interesting. It's going to add a level of strategy to how I form my team, where there's, in other words, what it's stopping is it's going to stop me from just stacking the team everywhere, because there is no difficulty in the salary cap in this game. But now I have a complete limit. So, and I haven't decided if I want it to be 6 players. I feel like I'm going to look at an average of overalls that are on a roster for 90 overalls, and then just do whatever that average is. I'll probably look at like Madden 25, right? To see what is the modern Madden? How many 90 overall players are on a team at any given time? What's the average? And then maybe take that. But I don't know. I feel like 6 could be pretty challenging, because we would already run into some issues. I feel like once Seth Perry Jr. hits 90 overall, we are now at the cap of 6 90 overall players. And we may have to look at giving up a guy like Malik Jackson who's 27. He's probably not gonna grow to a 90, but there's a chance if he has a breakout year, maybe he does, and then we have to get rid of him. But if ultimately he would be perfect to keep around, because we don't want our team to be too bad. So if we can get guys to kind of stop, if we don't want them to be our star position, get them to stop around, say, 87, 88, 89 overall, that's perfect. And then, the positions we want to go the best that we can, like at quarterback. I think quarterback is obviously always going to be the position we want a 90 overall player at. We can do that. So anyways, that is my thoughts on this GM mode. We're gonna make it it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. We got all kind of house rules and challenges. I didn't realize, but look at Dennis Schultz. He has 22k XP. He must have won an award of some sort. Oh, he got a Pro Bowl appearance. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, even though technically he's not a rookie. We'll take it. I don't care. Pro Bowl appearance, though. He deserves it. Hey, he was a tackling machine. So, yeah. Real quick, I'll just wrap up this episode, or wrap up, me being on the mic with just taking a look at, I guess, the league leaders for this year. Lamar Jackson, almost right outside of 5,000 yards throwing. Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, Jalen Hurts, Phillip Rivers, Dak Prescott. Okay. Phillip Rivers throws 42 tutties, 12 interceptions. Drew Brees 39-13, Matt Ryan 39-12, Jalen Hurts 37-10, Tom Brady 35-15. Oh man. Ooh, Patrick Mahomes struggling. Yikes. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. We got some funny names in here, or some good names in here. Nate Kramer. This is actually from the Seattle. Player from the Seattle Seahawks. GM mode. He actually played in the Super Bowl. He replaced Aaron Rodgers when he got benched. So he has his first debut with his new team. The Rams doesn't do too bad. I mean, Dan Marino. Oh, Dan Marino. Yikes. He's definitely on the way out at 35. Threw 24 interceptions. The league has changed, I guess. Yikes. Not good. CJ Stroud. Oh, no. I'm sorry. That looks nothing like CJ Stroud. But yeah. Anyways, it's still fun for me personally. It's kind of funny. All right. As far as rushing goes, Jake Turcotte is the league rushing leader. Congratulations. Now, yes, he did run the ball the third most in the NFL, but for those same guys, Eddie Lacy and Jamal Lewis, of all people, Jamal Lewis, you guys remember Jamal Lewis? He did better. So, wow. I feel like he deserves a Pro Bowl appearance. Let's see, did he get one? Yes, he did. Yep, and league leader rush yards. So really good. And best running back award. So Jake Turcotte possibly gonna hit that 99 overall, man. That's amazing. What a season for Jake Turcotte. So close to also leading in rushing touchdowns, but he's gonna get beat out by Ezekiel Elliott, who has a decent year. Now just keep in mind, I am going to have the running backs in this series regress a lot faster because that's a pretty brutal position to play. So I am going to keep in mind, the top carriers on how much they regress. So like these guys will definitely have a little more wear and tear on their body going into the next part of their careers. But, obviously if you're young, it's not gonna affect you too much. Jake Tricati is 27, so he's gonna be 28 going into next year. So I'd say we got a few more years out of him before we have to worry about any of that. Man, Jake Tricati, what a year. For receiving, Julio Jones. Oh my goodness, has one heck of a year too. I mean, dude, who remembers Julio Jones? I feel like he fell off so quickly. Oh, Jalen Waddle. Nice. Here's the receiving stats. Julio Jones leads in both. Tank Hawkins. He was drafted by the Detroit Lions from the Seahawks. He's a Florida from our college football 25 series. He got drafted by the Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. We put him back in, and they draft him again because they believe in him. Look at him. He's getting it done. Nice. For tackles, Bobby Wagner. Here you go. Nice. Look at all these names, man. Sack leader is J.J. Watt. The legendary J.J. Watt. This is probably his last year. He's 34, so we'll see. But 25.5. Oh my goodness. Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Cameron Jordan, 16. Nice. Yeah, we want an elite pass rusher somewhere up here. I'm hoping Schultz is going to be that for us. I do expect it. I mean, he got 14 his rookie year, so he was up there last year. He fell off a little bit. C.J. Mosley with 8 interceptions. Patrick Surtain. Who remembers him? Miami fans, do you remember? And you got to be kind of old to remember Patrick Surtain, I guess, nowadays. But yeah, here you go. Not too bad. Oh, Brian Urlacher. Remembers him? Nice. But all right, that's gonna do it for this one. I think year one for us, man, it went really well. 9-7. The Patriots do take the division, but we are in the playoffs, and that's all that matters. It's gonna be a Florida showdown. The Miami Dolphins taking on those Jacksonville Jaguars, who looks like possibly won their division. Maybe not. Anyways, Dolphins at Jacksonville, 49ers at the Saints, Chargers taking on those Baltimore Ravens, and the Packers at Seattle. You know what? I'm going to show the Seattle game just to pay my respects to the franchise I keep failing so much. So we'll see 2 games, I think, and we're gonna obviously watch our Dolphins, but we will be checking out on Seattle because I feel bad, right? You know, like I didn't like Madden 25, man, and I don't know. I felt like I was 4 years in to restart all over with Seattle. Just didn't feel right. Plus, I didn't really do anything good for them. So they've made the playoffs with their new GM. See if they can win alongside the Dolphins. Who knows? Maybe we even have a Dolphins versus Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl. How crazy would that be? I doubt that that's gonna happen. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.